all been covering it for nearly 2 decades, but something important happened before the game. As you know, the collective bargaining agreement is under discussion right now between the league and their players. And before the game, the players came out without their warm-ups on with shirts that said, "Pay us what you owe us."
So Caitlin Clark and the rest of the WNBA, I mean, I know y'all probably don't like the way I phrased that, but whatever. She is the most popular WNBA player right now, so like it or not, she's the face of the league. But I digress. The WNBA had their all-star game. All the girls decided to wear these black t-shirts that read, "Pay us what you owe us." $347,222.22 per year. Oh, that number's not at the bottom of Caitlin Clark's t-shirt. It's just added. Somebody photoshopped it. Now I'm realizing what you did. Touche, my guy, touche. So it's basically like, yo, if you really want to be paid what you owe, you actually owe the league $347,000 and change, which is nuts. Now, a lot of people have come out and questioned, like, what exactly do you mean pay us what you owe us? Because if I owe somebody something, that means I took a certain amount of money from somebody and they deserve that money back. But the WNBA as an organization has been losing money since its inception. That's right. The WNBA started in 1996. It is now 2025 and the league has never made profit. The WNBA loses an estimated $50 million per year with 144 players. And I know a lot of people are going to use these things to get off their hatred towards women. There are men who hate women or dislike women. That does exist. However, this is not that. Like, pointing out facts and statistics and showing why you can't get paid the same as your male counterparts because of the math doesn't mean you hate women. This is like CFL players demanding the same slice of the pie as NFL players. This is like G Leaguers demanding a similar salary as NBA players. If you're in a league that loses almost $50 million every year, why do you think you deserve more money? What business on planet Earth works that way, where you can lose money every year but pay your employees more? It doesn't happen. Those companies are bankrupt. They don't exist very long. And the NBA has been keeping the WNBA afloat for so long, and their owners haven't seen a penny of profit yet. Of course, the collective bargaining agreement negotiations are happening right now. I think they're trying to figure that out by the end of this WNBA season. And so in a timely fashion, the women are putting their heads together and trying to basically strong arm the owners and the league by saying, you know, if we don't get paid more money, we're going to walk out, you know, showing a united front as a union, as a sisterhood should do. However, if the league isn't making more money, where's the money going to come from? And I think doing this right now at the peak of the WNBA's popularity, I mean, I've watched more WNBA games in the last 2 years than ever in my life. And that is because of, you know, all the extra narratives that are going on, the stuff that promotes the league. So it's a good thing that things are progressing for them. And some of these players can hoop. Some of these women are amazing at basketball. But the problem is when they try to, you know, act like they deserve more just for existing. The product doesn't make more money. So if the product doesn't make more money, sorry, scratch that. The product has not made a cent yet. So if the product doesn't make money, the fact that you guys are able to make a living playing basketball should be enough. And it's not just a living. The average WNBA salary right now is $147,745. The minimum salary of a WNBA player is $62,284. And the maximum salary is $249,244 per year. I mean, these women are making the same amount of money as doctors. And I mean, on the low end, $62,000 is more than the American average for people that actually have to go and get real jobs. So, I mean, these women are not broke. They're making good money, but they're looking at the NBA players that are making, you know, $50 million a year, stuff like that. And they're saying, I want that. I want that too. I want my YouTube channel to have as many subscribers and pull in as much monthly revenue as, say, a guy like Jimmy High Roller. But I don't have the subscribers for that. For some reason, y'all aren't as appreciative of my content yet as a guy like that. Can I go to YouTube and say, yo, I deserve more money because I'm working hard? It doesn't work that way. If it did, everybody would be rich. So, I mean, we're talking about the WNBA and we're talking about these shirts, so they did have an effect. However, I think that this is going to hurt them more than it helps them. People already think they sound like bratty children, and doing something like this when you guys are losing money every year doesn't help that narrative. Somebody tweeted, check the WNBA's revenue split versus the NBA. The NBA is 50-50 versus the WNBA, which is 15%. That's the real inefficiency here. Simple market math. You can't grow a product while hoarding 85% of the value created. Numbers never lie. So this person is on the side of the WNBA players should get more money. And he's saying the owners are hoarding most of the profit. And the thing is, with the owners hoarding most of the profit, they are still losing $50 million per year. If I invested in you, an artist or a player, for 30 years, and I have yet to make a cent, don't you think I should see a profit before you do? Since I'm paying your salary, I'm paying to train you, I'm paying to make you better, I'm paying to promote you, and I'm losing money every year while you're not losing any money. You're making money. But now you come to me and say you want more money when I'm losing money after 30 years? The math is absolutely not mathing. Now, I saw this comment under a video about this same subject. A guy by the name of Kobe140, but he writes, owners should give them better working conditions, better refs, stiffer fines, no hand checking, media training, sensitivity training, professional training, HR policies regarding relationships in the workplace, new front office staff at WNBA headquarters, and little or no pay increases this time for this season. See if the players can deliver a better product before they get more money. And I kind of like that idea. Give them all the tools that the NBA players have right now. Of course, that would run the owners even more money, so they'd have to spend more. But they would have the exact opportunities that NBA players have right now when they enter the league. And then see if the product turns a profit. If the product starts to turn a profit immediately after you do that, then it's like, okay, this is a great investment. It wouldn't hurt to pay the players a little bit more money. But until that happens, if they do invest and do all these things for the WNBA players, and then they still are losing revenue, like, what more do you want? Because eventually the owners will go broke if they just keep throwing money in a pit that never returns on their investment. And I think that these players just need to understand a little more about what's going on. I mean, do they understand it? If they have the gall and they have the incentive and they feel the right to wear these shirts like this, the bare minimum would be to at least understand the economics of the league. The entire league is subsidized. Yeah. I'm not really sure what made them think that this was a good idea to wear these shirts. And the problem is, most people that support the WNBA are men, mostly men who love basketball. Like, less than half of their viewership comes from women. If every woman on planet Earth watched the WNBA, their revenue would go through the roof and they would be making tons of money. But women don't watch or support other women when it comes to basketball, at least. So I just hate that the angle is towards men and it's misogyny and this and that when it has nothing to do with men. Actually, the men that are owning this league are the reason the league exists. They're paying you over $100K per player for the overwhelming majority. I saw this since the Caitlin Clark effect has happened. This is according to ESPN. The WNBA announced a new 11-year media rights deal Wednesday featuring partnerships with Disney, Amazon Prime, and new rights holders at NBC Universal. The deal is valued at $2.2 billion or $200 million per year, a source told ESPN. So now if you do the math, the league makes $200 million a year. Next season, the WNBA will have 15 teams. Right now they have 13 teams, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, and they're expanding to 2 more, so 15 teams. So that's $13 million per team. And then each team gets 42% of what they make from that TV deal. So each team gets about $5.6 million per year. So that's about $3 million or $2 million more than what they get right now. That would still be way less than any NBA team. And then, like I said earlier, who should get the benefit of this profit first? Should it be the players that are making over 100K per year to play basketball? Or should it be the owners who have lost $50 million every year for 30 years, subsidizing this league? If you are in their shoes, you would say, I should get a profit first since I'm in the red for 30 plus years. You would say, I as an owner, whether I'm a male or female, dog or cat, should get this profit and make back my money before you players that are making over 100K per year get to see a pay increase. That probably won't happen because people have been super generous with the WNBA, so they're probably going to raise their money before that happens. Or maybe suddenly the league gets so popular that they make back that money fairly quickly in the next season or two. But that being said, the owners should see this money before the players get it. And so wearing these shirts, knowing the entire economics of this league and knowing how they actually make their salaries is incredibly bratty and self-centered. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. This is like a bratty child kicking and screaming, I want it, I want it, I want it. We can't afford it. I don't care, I want it. What'd you do to deserve it? Nothing, but I exist, so I want it. Like, that's not the way anything works on this planet. So why would it work here specifically for them? I don't know. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all think these WNBA players have a point? Or are you like me and think they need to just take those shirts off and go play basketball and work on creating a better product so that people watch? Maybe get more women to come watch the games so they can make more money. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time.